Hi everybody and welcome to another daily demo alley. I am Gamer, and today we have Steam Fest next upon us. It has started once again and I am overwhelmed with demos. There's so many of them. Anyway, today and for the rest of the week I will actually have to break my rule of playing the demos that came out that day, because on the 14th of October until I think 29th, it's going to be Steam Next Fest, or a fest for new demos and presentations and demos that are going to be available only during this time, like the one we have today. The point is, all of them came out on the 14th. So I am just scrolling and clicking and expanding, and there's more and more and more and more and more and more. So what I'm gonna do is play as many as I can, or I have the time to during this week. Maybe post even multiple episodes per day. I will see to it that I do as much, and maybe I'll add some during the weekend as well. I'm not promising anything, I'm just doing as much as I can. But today we have one of the most anticipated games for me this year, and that's Citizen Sleeper 2, the Starward Vector. This will be the Hexport demo. This was my game of the year when it came of 2022, and I'm not joking. The Citizen Sleeper I enjoyed so much, it brought so many emotions to me, and I almost even cried. I still need to finish the last DLC, and I'm postponing it because of the gut punch that I'll probably feel. But let's, I still want to check out the demo when I have the chance. The game is supposed to come out in 2025. I think there's maybe even like an RPG for this being developed. I'm not sure, like a pen and paper RPG, because this is inspired by tabletop RPGs. In a human and heartfelt sci-fi world, you're an escaped android with a malfunctioning body, a price on your head, and no memory of your past. Get a ship, find a crew, and take on contracts while you navigate across the Starward belt. This is also pretty cool. Like in the first game we were stuck on a space station, so you live like a life on a space station, like, Deep Space Nine or something like that, or I think Babylon 5, which was more a ship than a station. I'm not familiar with that. But this time apparently we have like this little ship, which is pretty cutely designed, interesting, look. I don't know which way it's turned around or which is the viewing port. Maybe this tiny thing. In any case, there was some great music, amazing writing, interesting characters, and beautiful artwork. So I'm expecting all of that in the second game, and maybe like more mechanics, but I think more mechanics is gonna be in the form of we being more free to travel the area. But as I've been talking, let's just dive into the game and see what this offers. Wishlist, already wishlisted. The moment I heard this was gonna come out, I wishlisted it so hard. Let's get into the main game. Let's see, difficulty. I don't think we had difficulty in the first one, we just got dropped in. Difficulty can be changed at any time from pause menu. Okay, for those focused on the story, broken dice are worth 1. Alright. Higher stress tolerance. So if you have, because the less health you had, the less dice you could use. So you technically had broken dice, so not unusable dice. So those still worth 1, which is fine. That can be useful still. Higher stress tolerance, that's alright. That is disabled. Interesting. So do you just, I don't know, if you die or you just, turn off something. Selected, risky, the default difficulty for those happy to be challenged. Broken dice cannot be used. Standard stress tolerance, that incurs a significant permanent penalty. I haven't died in the first game at all. Not even gotten close to it, I think. I played a little bit in the first hour, and after that I got around to managing my resources, but it may be that was before some of the patches. I'm not sure, because at the beginning it can become really easy after some point when you figure out how to deal with your resources. Dangerous, for those who want a tough and tactical challenge with no second chances. Dice repairs require more components, that's difficult. Very low stress tolerance, double energy depletion, holy no. That the energy was the most annoying thing to deal with. That is permanent. No, I'm just gonna go with selected difficulty to standard stuff. Okay, we had some quote-unquote classes at the beginning. I think it was operator, extractor, and yeah, it was I think the same. Basically, one is more, you could consider them as jack of all trades, the brawler, and I think this was not really a skill monkey, but you get plus engineering, interface, endurance, not that difficult, not that big, and intuition, which is what I played. This was pretty good. Plus 1 stress, plus 2 focus lowest dice, minus 1 stress and focus die, positive outcome, acute stress to focus and action dice. Is that like that's a special skill. I don't think this was in the first game. Also, the music died off. I wish I could hear more of the music. So, and this is like, yeah, the push. Is that his? Oh, push is that the push skill? That's like I think new skill thing. So focus, cure stress to focus and action dice. Plus 1 stress, plus 2 focus and the lowest dice. Minus 1 stress and focus die, positive outcome. Mechanist. Sleepers are built to repair and modify automated systems used in corporate resources extraction. Mechanists are very skilled engineers, but their isolated work means they often struggle with tasks requiring a direct approach to social engagement. Their focus skill allows them to focus on a single task and boost their dice to excel in it. Sleepers assigned the machinist work are usually the diligent, careful, and structured people. Push for the operator. Cure stress to reroll your action dice. Reboot config. Plus 1 stress, reroll lowest dice. Okay, you have more. So he has intuition, engagement, better interfacing, and no engineering. But his endurance skill is that like completely off? That's a new thing. I don't think we had that skill that was completely off. Like we cannot access it at all. Operator sleepers are built to work with drones and remote machines over local networks to perform corporate resource extractions from a distance. Operators have expertise in working with interface. I can read, I promise you. And computer systems, but are more physically fragile than other sleepers. That's why endurance is low. The reboot skill allows them to hack their own systems to reroll dice, a risky but potentially powerful move. Sleepers assigned the operator work are usually cerebral and precise people. Yeah, look at how fragile it is. It even has the smaller. This is the most generic one, I think. The engineer. Let's see, skills. He has no intuition access. He has little engineering, a lot of endurance, and engagement. His push is rally, the extractors. Cure stress to boost your crew dice. Interesting, we have crew dice. Plus 1 stress, plus 2 to the lowest crew dice. Extractor sleepers are built to work at the coal face or of the corporate resource extraction, often in hard vacuum environments. Extractors have a high level of physical endurance, but their confidence means they struggle with tasks requiring intuition. Their rally skill allows them to motivate those in their team, boosting their crew dice. Sleepers assigned to extraction work are often confident, self-sufficient, and have a high level of endurance. I don't know if this is like a prequel mission or story, but I'm still gonna go with this machinist and see what happens. The music is also one of the best things about this game, so do enjoy it. Unknown. A vast and dark interior. Okay, the UI is pretty same. We just have the push skill. Rig is new. No, I think that's like the hacking thing actually. And the glitch is new. Okay, crypto, fuel, and supplies. Fuel and supplies I think maybe new, because that's gonna be in the ship. Anyway, in the moment before waking, the dark space before conscious thought, you struggle to find the pieces of yourself. Usually, these pieces come with a particular cadence, each appearing sequentially, like the boot process of an old terminal or a PC. First, your body, artificial, compromised, but relaying sense data all the same. Then its context, the breeze of air filtration, the soft contact of your earth in 0G. Then emotion, coming into focus, coming into your body, bringing with it that first instinct, the one that has framed your past hundreds seconds. But that familiar sequence does not arrive. Instead, you are unmoored in space, your body distant, your context silent. even your emotions somehow obscured and scattered. Among all that disarray, only one familiar thing arrives: the fear. It is scrambled, panicked fear, the drowning fear, the falling fear, the fear that makes you reach desperately for any stable point. It is the fear that tells you something is wrong, something is very wrong with you. Wake up, sleeper. The voice is whispered in your ear, an act that makes you suddenly aware of your head pulsing with pain, your body rigid with tension. Sleeper, a familiar name, a mind copied, emulated, a body built, implanted. One person sleeping until the depth is locked away. Their double being made to work, to be consumed, and eventually to be destroyed. A proxy, an emulation, a sleeper. That is what you are. But you escaped. You remembered that now, broke free of your corporate creators as an Arab, in search of a future. You cannot remember the details of your escape, but you know the fear has been with you ever since you did. All of a sudden, you remember you have eyes, and your eyes flicker open. Pale eyes, in a pale face, Elaine. The name comes with its own specific sensation of fear, one you recoil from instinctively. Relentless, cruel, and on your trail. This is a bounty hunter. Looks kinda like it. He's human. Sorry to interrupt, Shark smirked, but this ends here. You've searched your mind for more than a name. Is this how you reward me for my generosity? Elaine is leaning over your horizontal floating body, looking down into your eyes. It took you in, protected you, gave you purpose. You try to look away to the corners of your vision to find something you understand. Your body does not respond. But I suppose that wasn't enough. He reaches into the pocket of his jacket and retrieves a small vial. This wasn't enough. The vial glitters, and this object you know and you have known for a long time. Stabilizer, the drug that keeps your artificial body, your emulated mind from inevitable decay. The only balm for your planned obsolescence. The liquid roiling in the vial fills you with disgust. Lane pockets the vial, but it would be wasted on you now. After what you have done to this body of yours, he looks at you with a palpable disgust. Lane's eyes scan your body, and as they do, you become aware of the wires and tubes attached to you, those that were meant to free you from your dependence, from the stabilizer, and the control that grants Lane. They are free, you piece of shit. They don't need you anymore. The voice comes from somewhere behind Lane's head. It is a voice you know, but when you search your mind to try to understand why, you find only dizzying darkness. Shut him up! Lane barks the command, and you hear the sounds of impact of pain from elsewhere in the room. You try to move your limbs again, and this time you feel a flicker, the twitch of a finger. You feel the extension and compression of synthetic muscle. Free, are you? Lane smirks. You were free when I disabled your tracker, when I gave you the stabilizer you needed. He scans your body with angry eyes. Now, you aren't free, you're just broken. I had such big plans for you, Slipper. I invested in you. Lane grips your arm hard and you feel a jolt of reaction. You willed the arm to move, but you have ruined it all. Lane speaks louder, over the sound of the struggle behind him. I will try to preserve your body, of course. I have my own uses for it. But your emulation, you feel one of his hands searching behind your head. He finds and grips the thick cable running into the port at the base of your skull. I will burn that out. Lane jerks forward, slamming across your body, then spinning away out of sight. You feel yourself rolling the cables, plugging into your looping and wrapping around your limbs. Oh, I'm flying about. Oh! Oh no, I don't remember this guy, but he is one of the trailer dudes I think you saw. Then you feel hands steadying you, pulling cables. You glance around wildly and you see someone diligently unplugging you. You meet his eyes. Hey! He waves a hand in your dazed face. You need to move. Lane won't be out long. He unloops a cable from around your waist. Sleeper, help me out here. You blink slowly. Do you know this person? Okay, yeah, there's an exclamation mark that's excessive here. Your mysterious savior. He does look familiar. He leans over you and you feel his hands on the connector, flicking switches, releasing locks. Come on, come on, come on. He tugs the connector clear and pulls you up. You see the room you're in for the first time, filled with tech and terminals, wires waving everywhere. All lit by big windows looking out on a possibly bright screen filled street on. Well, I'm reading. In the corner you see the dark shape of a floating body, surrounded by a glistening installation of crimson baubles. Is that blood? Move! You are wrestled and shoved towards the door, which slides open in front of you, and then you are out in all the brightness, all the movement, gliding hard towards some unknown destination. You come to a stop in a dark alley, the one who guided you here pausing, catching his breath. He doubles over because of a massive life support unit that sends a lukewarm breeze across your skin. What? There's a unit. He's not carrying the unit, he just doubles over. You stare at him, trying to recall anything about him. You notice his tattered jacket, his lightweight clothes. You remember this station runs hot. Something about the power that flows through the place. He looks up and meets your eye. What's going on, Sleeper? He wipes sweat from his forehead and floats away in a swarm of spheres. Is it low gravity? Or no gravity? Talk to me. Who are you? You see a concerned frown across his face. Don't mess with me, Sleeper. That's not funny. He comes closer, eyeing you carefully. What station are we on? He narrows his eyes, waits for the answer. You close your eyes, trying to recall. You force your way through the dark to the image of a station. No, a city, growing on the back of a vast set of hexagonal solar cells. Ah, that's why it goes hot. That's why the name is, what is it, Hexagon something? I forgot. Yes, the Starward Vector is the name of the game, but Hexagon is the demo. Hexport. So that's probably this. Going back on hexagonal solar cells, shadowed by them, you open your eyes. Dark side. The word leaves your mouth like an exhale in instant. That's the name of it. Okay. Before you heard yourself sounded out, you didn't know it was there. He sighs. And me? Who am I? You see something like fear in his eyes. Panic, perhaps. You stare hard at his face, the slight upturn of his mouth, the intensity of his stare. Nothing comes. He closes his eyes and drops his head, putting a hand on his temple. The reboot. He is speaking quietly to himself. Elaine interrupted the process, and he lifts his head and stares at you. We need to keep going. We need to leave. He turns and kicks off down the alley. Come on, the rig can't be far. That's the rig, I guess. Dark side. Sprawling urban station. You are led through the passages and serviceways of the station. You try to recall your life here. The texture, the temperature of dark side feels familiar, but you struggle to pin specific memories to it. Focusing hard, you recall waking up in these passages, cycles after cycle. The rhythms of the station flowing over you, along with the crowds. You recall desperation and the slow decay of your body that caused it. Then Lane, those pale eyes, offering you a glittering vial stabilizer, the promise of supplying more for your work. A deal he locked you into like a cage. There, your memory fails you, but in the dark beyond that moment, the residue of panic, fear, remains. You were Lane's prisoner, Lane's plaything. You shudder in the cold passage. Hold. Your guide holds up a hand, and you stop your glide using the wall. No, they are literally... This is literally no gravity. Or very low gravity. Ahead, you see a tunnel opens up into a wide open bay, with a few doors leading to cylindrical tunnels, docks. Oh yeah, the other space station was the Eye, and it was it was a circular one, so you can do the centrifugal force, I think, to kind of like make gravity form more or less. But if this is like just a solar plate, then I understand that if it's not moving, well, rotating basically, that this is more like a low gravity or no gravity station. But expect him to be much taller, man. People grew a lot when they're in 0G. Edie wuzzles. Ahead you see a tunnel opens up into a wide open bay with a few doors leading to cylindrical tunnels to docks. They're watching the rig. He nods towards the docks, and you see one of the doors has a couple of figures flanking it. One covered in ornate tattoos, and the other with bright silver implants along their cheekbones. Bounty hunters or whatever. Henchmen. Even you move the mouse, the area kind of moves. Utsubo, planes guys. He looks at you and shakes his head into the station. All this, it's not coming back to you, is it? He places a hand on his chest. I'm Seraphim, alright? He looks pained when he speaks. Lane, he was our captor. Both of us. We did this so we could escape. Troubled, stubborn, and on the run. Seraphim. They have great names for characters, I must say. Not really standard. Okay. We needed to reboot you, to break your dependence on the stabilizer. He pauses. You know what that is, right? You nod meekly. But Lane interrupted me back there. The reboot didn't complete, and he sighs and shakes his head. We can still make it, and we can still make this work. So I'm not cured of, taking the stabilizer. I'm just, what I guess basically they did is, since I was an addict to the stabilizer, they rebooted me, so I was no longer an addict. I guess that's the best hard reset of drugs. That's a way to do that. He looks back at the docks. I'll lead them away. You get the docking bridge open, and if we make it to the rig, I know how to get us in. Got that? He searches your face for a sign of recognition. What's the rig? Seraphim looks annoyed. A ship! Our ship! Or at least it will be. Or it soon will be. Lane assigned it to us when we were on jobs. Get that door open. He pats you on the shoulder. I know you know you can do this. I know you can do this. Jeez, the language. Seraphim kicks off hard and glides into the docks. Over here, shitheads! He bellows to the guards as he barrels through. They immediately push off from the wall, being chased. It's gotta be a really weird chase. Okay, tutorial. Where everything written in the beginning here was basically for new people who first time play this. Basically world building, lore dumping in simple way to explain what's happening. I played, that was kind of, generic for me, but I know what it is. In any way. During scenes you may encounter skill checks where you can perform certain actions using your skills. Like the dice actions you will encounter later. Skill checks can have positive, neutral, negative outcome. The better the rating of your skill, the more likely you will succeed on a check. The odds of success are displayed when you select the check. You can see more info in the guide section if possible. I think this is... I don't use any dice, this is literally just a skill check. No drives, there's a quest. Drives quests. So I think they've added a bit more options and things you can do. That, and nothing different else. So we have 25% chance for positive, 50 for neutral, 25 for negative, but I'll break the seal because I'm an engineer, so it's all positive. Positive or neutral. Okay, I need to read this. It kind of skipped over, I guess. You wait a breath and glide across the door. Oh, I didn't read it. It was actually up. I just didn't read it. I just looked this. I'm an MS. Anyway. You wait a breath and glide across to the door they were guarding. You look already panicked at the tightly sealed door. Its control panel locked out. You hear a shout from somewhere nearby. You need to get it open. You shift the central access panel and wrench it open. It only takes a moment to understand the mechanism, and you reach in and snap the locking axis. The door popping open with a hiss. Go! Go! Seraphine flies past you through the doorway into the docking tunnel. You turn to see the two guards approaching fast across the docks. You quickly glide after Seraphine. Seraphine is already at the rig's door inputting an entry code. The rig doors scissor opens and you both rush inside. Quickly! Seraphine grabs you by the arm and drags you up to the cockpit. The ship's layout hazy in your mind. He dumps you in the flight seat and straps himself into his own. You see him tap a series of buttons as he does, talking to himself. Come on! The rig strives, rumble into life, and Seraphine slams a button on the console. You feel the force of the ship acceleration as it pulls away, and you finally have some gravity. Oh wow, that's really fast. This was much easier than, and we got the dice, pretty good dice actually to use. The rig, your refuge in the belt. As the ship glides into place on the connecting bridge, its automatic systems nudged there by the port's docking protocols, you feel a sense of relief. Seraphine burned hard out of dark side, and you dropped in and out of consciousness in your seat as the rig made its way across the belt. But now, with open space between you and Lane, you feel fresher, more awake. Seraphine breaks the silence. We're good, Slipper. His eyes don't leave the monitor, and you realize this part of your escape is routine for you. You and him must have docked this ship countless times in your work for Lane. The problem is you don't remember any of it. We made it, he whispers, closing his eyes and letting out a sigh. We certainly did. He turns and you see a pained look on his face, as if remembering something difficult. Had you seen this exact thing to him, or had you said this exact thing to him before, in the same situation? Are you okay? He looks at you, chewing one side of his lip, searching your face. Not really, puffs. Seraphine reaches up, flicking through a set of switches in a practiced fashion, completing the shutdown. You watch a little frustrated with your own uselessness. Running the rig, you realize, is just another thing you've forgotten. The clunk that runs through the walls of the ship is followed by a short, percussive alarm tone from the pilot's console. Docking complete. Seraphine kicks off from his seat, twisting as he glides past you towards the back of the cockpit. His hands find the rails on either side of the door and he pauses, facing into the corridor beyond. He turns back to you, backlit and cold cyan. We need a plan. He glances around. Lane's not going to let us slip away quietly. He sighs. We keep running behind him. We need to talk. Seraphine furrows his brow. Not now, Sleeper. We need to forget. He flinches, the words coming out wrong. We need to focus on something other than... He pauses again, unsure. Us. He sighs. We need to survive this thing first. Then maybe we talk. That isn't fair. By me, Seraphine nods, but the tension remains. We have bought ourselves some time. He glances through the cockpit window at the blinking lights of the station. You may not remember Hexport, but I do. There is plenty of opportunities here for us, if we can keep our heads down. He turns back to the corridor. That's what we'll do. He pushes off and glides towards the main lock. You follow, pulling yourself along, hand over hand in 0G. We already emptied the tank on this thing. The tank on this thing is injured. He slaps a hand against the ship's insides. So we need to refuel, and that won't be cheap. But if you and I know one thing, Sleeper, it's how to work. I'm gonna get myself reacquainted, see if I can turn up any old connections. People that might throw us an easy contract. You? He glances back over his shoulder. You keep out of trouble. Low profile, got it. All of these have different outcomes. I can handle myself. Seraphine stops at the airlock. Look, Sleeper. You aren't yourself, he sighs. Stopping the reboot halfway through, he pulls a worn a warm crew jacket from a locker and starts pulling it on. We don't know what that did to you. He jams an arm into his sleeve. I don't want you passing out in these stops. It will take both of us. Seraphim sighs. I hate it when you're right. He grabs another crew jacket and thrusts it to you. Just put the damn hood up, will you? Take it and slip it on. Thank you. Seraphim nods. He stabs the button to open the lock. The inner door hisses open and Seraphim glides through. Wait for a little bit, then leave. Anyone looking for us will be looking for two people traveling together. He'll opposite you in your worn crew jacket, a limited disguise for what is clearly a sleeper. We meet back here later. Any trouble? Something? Any trouble? Same thing. Meet here. He takes another look at your disguise and shakes his head. This is a shitty idea. He gives you one last look. Maybe find yourself something to eat. Suddenly you recognize Seraphim's instinct to look after you. A flash of relationship now lost to the reboot. Catch! Seraphim throws a handful of something towards you. You manage to grab the projectiles and then you open your hand to see a stack of cryogens. Those should get you some food. We'll need some more for fuel and supplies. He grimaces. That means odd jobs on the station for both of us. Seraphim kicks off and glides down the docking bridge. Don't go too far, alright? He shouts his words. Take it slow. And with that, he's gone, leaving the connecting bridge and heading into the docking concourse of Hexport. You wait for a moment in silence. Think about Seraphim. It's hard to know what's going on inside Seraphim's head. Here he is, on some heartless escape plan with a friend who can't remember a thing about him. You try to imagine how close you both must have been for him to agree to this thing. But it is painful to think about. That's all gone now. Anyway, all you can do is move on. You shake the thoughts from your head and pull the jacket tight. Let's see what Hexport has to offer. Kick off and glide into port. Tutorial, welcome to Citizen Sleeper 2. The game runs in cycles, during which you can perform actions with your dice. Use cryo to buy food, fuel supplies and items. Progress clocked towards new scenes and events. You can review tutorials at any time in guide menu. Use a mouse wheel to scroll your views, select locations, left click on location. Yeah, that was... Couldn't I... Oh, yeah, that's not one. Ah, I clicked by accident. You can quickly visit and leave the rig with right click. Ah, that's why I got sent. I clicked right click and I got sent instantly to the rig. The rig is your ship and home in the Starward belt. While the rig is docked at the hub, there are multiple areas you can visit. Bunks use dice to reduce stress. I forgot which that one is. I think that's the... No. White is the energy. Yellow is my health. So if I use lose 3 health, I lose dice. And stress is, I think, this one. This could be the stress. I think it's a new system. I'm not sure. I haven't played this in a while. I'll remember that when I play the first one again to finish it up. I maybe should have played it before this, but I'm not very diligent. Anyway, bunks use dice to reduce stress. Galley uses supplies to regain energy. Alright, so that's energy, reduce stress. Maybe that's actually stress, not health. I forgot some of the terminology. Yes, this was a game of the year, but it's not something I played a lot. I played one of. So I have supplies which are this, and I can use to regain energy, and dice I use to regain, well, I can use like 2 days to reduce stress. Other locations will unlock as you play. The rig is in dock at the hub. Your crew will also help gather resources to contribute to the upkeep of the ship. That is amazing. That is great. You can choose, because we were basically on our own in the first game. We had friends, but they were like, yeah, I can task them to do something, but it's like I still need to pay them and other stuff. Your crew will also help to gather resources, blah blah blah. You can choose which resources they should focus on in the crew action menu on the left. They have a random chance of acquiring it at the beginning of the following cycle. That is cool. So, tutorial, this clock is a cycle clock. It will progress towards an event. Each cycle, pay attention to these clocks. They will... I did that, continue on its own. Tutorial, welcome to character screen. You can upgrade and configure your sleeper. On the left, you can upgrade your skills to improve the skill modifier applied to your dice when you undertake the action. So, yeah, this will add +1, +2. I think this is changed as well. They've changed a lot. I'm gonna say they've changed a lot and modified a lot of things, like even this effect and dice and all that. When you have to take action, to the right you can upgrade your push, the unique ability of your class. When upgrading your push, only one upgrade at each level can be active. Once you can configure this upgrade, which upgrade is active only while okay, so I can switch these, but you know, I can switch between. I go to hub, so not in space. Can I lower this? I need 4 points to upgrade all of this, which is a lot, and I need 2 points to upgrade any of these. -1 stress on the focus die, positive outcome, +1 to the affected die. Like, I mean, I cannot do anything with that. And cycle, no, we'll explore. So crew task, cycle. Seraphim is the only crew, I guess. Jobs, scavenge fuel, source supplies. And then this is the clock, so I have that many, each of these sections to complete this. You put some distance between you and Lane, but you are sure that he'll close the gap as soon as possible. So you can change the fuel, change the supplies, or crime. We need crime. Rig galley, shipboard kitchen. Make a meal. Supplies typically saved for contracts, but when food isn't really available, you've got to use what you've got to survive. So one supply. It's shitty that there's a limit, so I can't just... in the first game, I could just collect stuff, get, you know, max out, I think, as much as I can, but I don't like the limit. Maybe if I can update something, I can get more bunks. Rest and recover, recovery +1. Sometimes it's necessary to rest or at least try to combat bunks of the rig. This will help you reduce stress. So I take a dice, I put it here, and then I click input dice. We'll do that with the skills and areas. So this is rig, this is explore. Map. Can I see anything here? No active contracts, can't click on anything, belt unavailable. Let's go back. Can't use the push skill, our edge. We have export docks, port exchange. Let's go to docks. In Citizen Sleeper, you perform actions by assigning action dice to them. The higher the dice you assign, the more likely you will succeed at an action. But your dice will be modified by your skill. Your skill modifier for the action is displayed on the right, and will reduce or increase the value of dice assigned to the action. Like skill checks, dice actions have 3 outcomes: positive, negative, and neutral. Each action is also rated safe, risky, or dangerous. Based on the outcomes it has, the more dangerous the action is, the more significant both its rewards and consequences are. For more information, dice actions, look at the guide. To assign dice or item, click plus drag to the action of your choice, then click start action. Because some of these will actually, how should I say, take items instead of dice, or items and dice and stuff like that. Skill required, engage. Skill required, intuition. We don't have engage at all, so this is not really done well. There are plenty of crews milling around the docks and moving cargo. They can be good source of income. You input dice, then it's negative because the skill is completely missing. But if I put it here, there's a 100% chance of working. If I put 2, yeah, 50-50. 5, this, 50-50, this. Explore the docks. Hexport docks are dizzying mass of braided cables and flickering signage. Filled with busy spacers, exploring is both thrilling and intimidating. And I need to do it like 6 times to get Hexport connections. Docks thrum with life, there are contacts to be made, here you show. Let's see what else we can get in Hexport exchange. Like maybe there's something I can actually do, like engineering. Trade scrap. Trading scrap is all about identifying materials and cleaning up components. It's an engineer's job more than the traders. Impress the brokers. The data brokers are the of the exchange. They show off their knowledge by discussing encryption. Maybe if you can talk, we'll talk. So the dangerous stuff is actually better to do because we get more out of it. So we have this amount of dice. Rules of exchange. Exchange buzzes with conversation of commerce. This is a place where contacts are found. You just need to look. Okay, since we have this is a decent. Oh god, why am I should just click. Let's do this because it's gonna be a 100% action complete. It uses up a dice and we get twice the results because we had such good. Just progress the clock. Clocks track your progress towards positive and negative events from performing actions. So if you have like a negative outcome, if you get negative points, basically if you fail a skill, you can get some negative stuff done. We got that right. We are gonna do this intuition because it's 100% completion and it might get us some good stuff. You can input more, you can do more stuff at the same time. Export expert and new location discovered. Yes, let's go. We discovered the bends. Wait, what did it say about the bends? Chaotic dockside bar, of course. Okay, play Star and Stoker. Intuition. SNS is a spacer gambling game played with custom magnetic dice. Because you throw them at this, you know, at the board, at the wall or something, I don't know. It's new, I don't think I remember that from the first game. Cheats are stashed in symbol marked cans, and winning is ruthlessly luck based. It's also, yeah, they have, I think I played cards, like poker and stuff in the first game. I think they're doing more world building and more like specific stuff, especially with, you know, space stations that don't have gravity generators, so you need to think of new stuff on how to move, how to play games, enjoy the bar and stuff like that. They're probably drinking like from those Capri Sun like baggies. That's probably how you drink everything. I don't know how you pour into it, but you know, there is a way. This is skill required. This is a repeatable action. Is it? I think the other one's also repeatable. Skill required. Skill required. I don't know what. I forgot what the repeatable action is actually. Buy a Ben's fry, a plastic bag of flesh fried and sold flecked tubers. The Ben's fry brings spacers back to the scattered tables at the bar, cycle after cycle. Let's buy that. So yeah, this time we need to, you know, put in an item. What's this? Oh, +2 energy. That's great. Actually, that is. Intuition is not my strong suit. Why am I not clicking? I just keep clicking this in the moment. Anyway, we got the energy back. We got this done, which is good. I think I'm just gonna go. Oh wait, there's more stuff. Export the trade card. Repeatable action. Buy fuel. The depot is the biggest supplier on Hexport, acting as a trading partner for the many small processing plants of Factory Row. Fill fuel. If you have enough cryo, they will fill your fuel capacity in a single order. Jesus, I had 50, but I spent money. Buy supplies. The trade hall is a healthy stock of supplies, stock grown, veg, water, usually some extras, all packed up for crews coming through. And fill supplies, fill all of the supplies. So just instant restock if you have that much money. That's good. This is just, you know, easy way to get supplies, items, if you have a lot. Buy shit. Let's go to the Hexport exchange and try to finish the trade scrap, because that's going to be increased and we can do it well. Okay, we got some cryo, rules exchange, blue location discovered, and yeah, rules of exchange got. So at this point something should trigger sometimes, but it doesn't need to. Export canteen, common trade hall canteen, another bar. Repeatable action. Eat at the canteen. Most trade halls have a canteen where they prepare their own dishes from the packed supplies they otherwise provide. Okay, so just food for now. I wish I could like switch around the ship or look around. Rig galley. What is this? Supplies and food. Okay, that's good. Bunk beds. do a dice and do a recovery. 50% is positive, 50% negative. I might wanna just drop the dice, but let's see. The thing is, I can still. No, I can't plug it into the other. We've done that, and we have no engineering. That's basically the best. That's basically what we're best at. So, and we have no engineering things to do anywhere. And so, using the dice number 2 is risky. I will maybe go to the bunk and see if I can the rest of the top, but I don't. No, I'm just gonna end the cycle. Oh yeah, I need to end it here because these 2 dice are useless, and it did a lot. We have a lot for the next. Well, not cycle or until it shows up. And yeah, we use 1 energy. We're in trouble, Slipper. Seraphim leans into the birds as you're getting out of your bunk. Without further explanation, he disappears down the corridor towards the rear of the ship. You drift out into the passage, pulling on your clothes, and glide down the length of the ship, the cool air making you shiver. Seraphim is a silhouette silently leading the way. I love that they put intention in writing how you're moving through this zero-gravity area. He stops at the far end, diverting through a slide door, shooting with a glance as he does. You find Seraphim inside, holding one of a tangle of arm-tipped tubes that are waving in zero-G engine mode. This is a bit gut-holding. You know what these are? Fuel pipes? Seraphim shrugs. Close enough. These are the engine's feed lines. He waves one in the air. And before you ask, no, they aren't supposed to be waggling loose. What did you do? What happened? So you can be accusative or you can be kind of spotty. These must have broken loose when we pushed the ship hard on our way out of dark side. He looks at the mess. We are lucky the reserve tank is empty, otherwise, he shakes his head. It would have been bad. But he pushes the pipe over the side. No feed from the reserve tank means that the rig's range is limited to the local region only. He dumps the large lumpen housing of the engine. This thing can't take us anywhere far. So, we fix it? Seraphim sighs. At the shore of it, Seraphim whacks the engine housing again, harder this time. Just not been a run of luck. He turns and starts gathering tangled feed lines, his frustration evaded in the violence of his movements. We need a new set of these, that's for sure. He starts forcing them into a crate. So how about you try to track them down? I'll take a look at things here and see if I can figure out another fix for the reserve tank. He glances up from his work. From what I've heard on Hexport, Factory Row is the place to find ship fitters, actually. Maybe you can do some recon while I sort this place out. It's on the other end of the station. Okay, I'll take a look. Seraphim keeps working. Wait, he pauses, seeming sure. There's something else. He drops the feed lines and they float, waving in the air like tubular seaweed. I've heard word that Lane's on the hunt, he frowns. A message went out to everyone, everywhere in the local radius of Darkside. He's looking for us. And we can't leave. Exactly, Seraphim sighs, which is why we need those feed lines. I'm going to try to work something out. Maybe I can improvise a solution. I don't know. He looks down. I'm no ship fitter. But while I do, you go hunting. See what you can turn up, okay? He smiles a weak smile. Now, get out of here. You leave the engine room, the clanking sound of Seraphim's clean-up efforts scream from the ship. Fuel feed lines. That's the next step. You take a deep breath and head out. So, like, events and stuff will trigger depending on what you do and how you progress some of the other areas and locations. I don't know if he's gonna be one of the main characters, like if he's gonna be one of the main crew, or you get the crew later on the trail. And I don't know if this is actually the full start of the game. It looks like it is. I don't think this is gonna be a prequel. I think this is the actual start of the game. Which means if I get this for a first hour review, I'm gonna reread all of this, and then reread all of this when I play a Let's Play, and I will do that. As soon as I finish the first games last time. You have discovered the drive. Drives help you track and choose your objects and citizens link up to basically quests. Press the arrow button at the top left to open the drive menu and choose which drive to track. Once the drive is tracked, a yellow marker will be placed above any location that relates to that drive. Drives come in two types, major and minor. On completing a major drive, rewards 2 upgrade points. On a minor, rewards 1. I will do all of them, as many as I can. Keep an eye on the drive menu as you progress to see what the opportunities and objectives are available, and track those groups. Okay, I know this game is based on clock, or the cycle clock, and tracking, and how much time you waste. Please, for the love of all that is decent, and for the love of the first game, please do not make quests that I can fail because I do other quests, or because I focus, you know, if I don't focus too much time. Like, give me an option to, you know, because that's one of the things I would actually like to see in, like, the difficulty options. It's not broken dice, not higher stress tolerance. That's all debatable, that's all, you know, manageable, not even that. I would like to see the fact that you can increase the time you can do some tasks, maybe. Like, that would be like my suggestion, but this is also fun. Like, I think I managed to do everything in the base game, like all of the side quests. You just need to, you know, have good dice, have energy always on top, have like good health, basically just good health, so you can have multiple dice, so you don't just roll all once and you lose the cycle basically. Anyway, escape Hexport. Major, Lane is hunting you. Hexport isn't far from the dark side. Refuel, repair, and find what you need, and leave before he finds you. Toggle track. Yes, we will track this. What do we have? Rig engine. Can I do anything to it? Oh, I need fit feed lines. I had an inventory. I don't know if I have that. Is that in cargo? Or it's gonna just show up now here? I don't know. Engine fuel capacity extremely limited, but new feed lines would allow you to hook up a reserve tank and increase it. Yeah, I think the fuel is just I don't know how much you need. Anyways, let's... New location discovered. We have that. Let's see if we have something else to do in the other ones. I could do one in Cage to fill that up. I'm not with this. That's gonna be just money. I don't really need money right now. I'm good in energy. So I might just invest the storage. Wait, what is this? This is Factory Row, Ramshackle Fabrication Center. Skill required, search the row. The factory owners of the row speak mostly in terms of supplying the bank, but going door to door might help you find a ship with any need. Haul materials. Factory row is filled with workers hauling material through its zero-G corridors, helping might win some fans among the factories. Trusted supplier. The Hexport factories are picky about who they work with. Trust is a key currency here if you want to find a ship. So intuition is not that great. Endurance is non-existent. Yeah, so even with the 6, it lowers it to a 4, which is absolutely wrong. Okay, no, that's not what I want to do. So we need to do intuition. This is a 50-50. This is 100%. What is the other one? Export docs. That's the one I want to use. This one. Oh no, that's actually bad. Wait, check. No, engage is wrong. Ignore the docs. It's the right one. It's dangerous. That's why I'm gonna put it in that, because the risky one is not that. It shouldn't give you bad stuff, too much bad stuff. So let's try this with a risky action. I want to be an engineer. I want to actually do stuff. Neutral output, which is fine. Let's try this. Let's try 3. That's not gonna be a good, but it might. Trusted supplier. New locations come. Okay. You spend as much time listening as you do talking. You seem to make some headway into negotiating a contract. That's good. New location. Swift scrap soul. Material processing. Give me an engineering task for the love of balls. Interface engineering. Okay, this might be good. Data diffusal shift. All scrapyards have paid data diffusal work to offer, as all prep tends to be laced with protocols and countermeasures that need disabled. Scrapyard shift. Shift scrapyard solutions, or triple S, as this known locally. Triple A, triple S. I get it. Is a chaotic and slightly terrifying scrapyard where open shifts are always available. Sell raw scrap. Triple S constantly processing scrap for the factories in the world. They'll pay you good money for raw. How much can you bring this? I can bring this to a 3. Let's risk it with that. That's gonna give me something. Maybe some scrap. Oof, -1 energy, neutral output. But we got 13 cryo, which is good. We can buy shit with that. Let's go back to Hexport docks and finish this. Explore the docks. If I get +3, I can get something great. Yes, +3, positive outcome. Okay, what do we get? Now we get stored. Hexport, busy industrial station. As you're gliding across the docking concourse, you hear a scuffle. The noise of raised voices cuts through the conversation, drifting out to the dockside shops. Glancing down an alley, you see a huddle of figures shouting back and forth. You spot one man in the middle of the group, surrounded, pushing the others back as they grab at the bag slung over his shoulder. Oh boy, this is gonna suck. You don't like the way this looks, but then again, Seraphim told you to keep your head down. And don't rush in, wait it out. Cause distraction because this guy's got a chance to neutral out from check past. You look around for something that could break up the fight and see the thick cooling pipes running down the alley wall. You quickly try to understand the system and choose a valve to start spinning. As you do, the system begins to vent its sequence down the alley, while jets randomly bursting into the air. There's a scramble in the alley, and you spot the figure who was being attacked drop down to the alley floor. Then your vision instantly fills with pale liquid as a jet of coolant jumps out nearby, missing you by sending you spinning 0G. After a few moments, you manage to steady yourself, and as you do, you see a clear alley, the assailants having fled, with one figure gliding towards you. Wait, this is Femi. Oh, I thought it was the other guy from the first game. I wonder if there's gonna be a guy from the first game, or somebody from the first game. I suppose you think that was clever. The man gives you a severe look. You look like you like to break up fights, don't you? Didn't start. He laughs. Belt's gonna eat you up. Stubborn soldier captain. He shifts large bags on his shoulder, weightless but unwieldy 0G. I was helping? The man laughs. Well, he shakes his head. Thanks, I guess. He kicks off and drifts past you. You watch the man go, and then, after a moment, he stops and turns back. He rubs his forehead, looking down as he does. What is your deal, anyway? He sighs. Maybe you are new here, but Hexport is no place for do-gooders. I know what it's like. I need help. You needed help. The man smiles. I don't think so. He shakes his head. Bunch of cowards, idiots too. Getting beat up over some scrap. Look, let's not hang around, alright? The man pats his chest. I'm Femi. He unshoulders one of the bags and pushes it towards you. Make yourself useful. Let's head. You get the strap of the bag over your shoulder and follow him through the docks, gliding past the concourse towards the connecting bridges. He cuts down a slide passage, looking back to check you are following. Then he stops at the docking bridge connecting to a dull green ship with yellow markings. You look out the viewing window, and its odd catamaran-like shape seemingly built from two separate hulls welded together. Oh, this is his ship, I guess. Kumbal Crash, he says, as you assume that's the ship's name. Nia, headstrong and spirited salvager. I don't know, I mean, if they have artwork and all that, I'll probably meet them either here or like on missions or along the way. Femi, you bringing in strays? A young woman, brightly dressed and stretching as she drifts into the passage. She glances at you. No offense. Nia, Femi shakes his head. This one, he squeezes your shoulder, helped me fend off some Hexport scum, while you were busy sunning yourself. Nia raises an eyebrow. I'm sure you can handle them, big brother. Her belabored response hides the flash of concern that passes across her face. You can't tell if Femi noticed. Nia turns to you. Thanks, she smiles sweetly. And I'm sorry for my brother. She shoots him a glance. Just in general. Nia, Femi murmurs. Enough now. He reaches over and takes the bag you were carrying. Nia rolls her eyes at you, but stays silent. Factory Row wouldn't take these. Femi hefts the bags. I'm gonna load them back up. Maybe we'll find a use for them. He turns back to you. Thanks for the assist, Slipper. He nods firmly. Not what I expected. He slaps the button for the bridge door and kicks off along the docking bridge on his way to the cymbal crash. Nia looks at you with raised eyebrows. I hope my brother wasn't joking. Or did you really help him? I tried. Thank you. She looks back at the ship. My brother needs help more than he admits. What do you mean? She tenses. I don't know if... She smiles in a tight smile. I shouldn't have said anything. She pauses, thinking. I want to ask you something. She takes a deep breath, then gives you a direct look. What is she building up? Are you looking for a crew? Oh, looking for crew. She looks away. Sorry to be direct, but you seem like, well, if you're on Hexport, maybe you are with a crew. She stops herself. I mean, maybe your crew needs crew. Maybe you're looking. I am. She struggles to hide her smile. Nia looks back at the ship, then at you. Look, I'll be honest. Being on a crew with my brother is nice, but he is suffocating me. She frowns at her own bluntness. I'm not a kid anymore, you know, but he still sees me like one. She shrugs. I want to show him I can handle myself. I need experience. I need to run some contracts. She gives you a determined look. What do you say? I'll think about it. I'm not sure. Shouldn't I ask your brother is not a good question. She wants to be independent. If I go ask her brother, you know, he's obviously got. I'll think about it. I'm a good salvager, alright? You can use me. She smiles. I can spot things, find gaps, ways in. She folds her arms across her chest. I know what I'm doing. Femi taught me well. She glances back at the ship. Just consider it, alright? Let me prove myself. Suddenly, a shout comes from the ship, echoing down the passage. Femi. He seems to make both of you nervous. Nia looks in his direction. I should go. She pushes off towards the docking bridge. I'll be waiting. Nia gives you one last glance as she departs, then disappears into the docking bridge, leaving you alone in the passage. New local crew available. That is new. We didn't have crew, so this is something new and interesting. This place is the warehouse's freight storage. What can we get here? Freight loading endurance, which I have none. The warehouses at Hexport docks supply the industrial operations of the station, meaning they need constant loading and restocking. I hoped that at least some goddamn engineering work can be done here. God damn it! I need... Everything is endurance. Everything is hard labor. I want to be an engineer. I mean, I can try to get this, but it doesn't progress anything. That's the issue. I need something to progress shit. Okay, I think we're done for this cycle. The dice one is absolutely useless. I don't want to risk it. What do we need? We need to refuel. We need to restock. I can get some stuff, but I don't know how much money I'll need for that. So I'll keep my money with me for now. Or wait, there's one thing we can do that is not that bad, and it's gonna help me. Let's get some energy back. It's 7 cryo, but it's worth it. I don't wanna... Look, that's literally not that great. Put 1 dice for recovery. And cyclist. As you see, I'm not using all of the dice because some of the times the outcome is not worth it. Oh boy, this is the worst dice roll ever. Fuck, I don't have time to waste. could die some shit. Okay, at least I've completed everything here. There's no progression. You look for progressions. Like, you don't... This is all useful, but you need to focus your ass on everything that is just progression. Which is here, which is only thing I can do is intuition, and then stuff has... I need the positive, the plus result. Nice, positive output. That's great. That's what we asked. You just a little around scrap contracts and the factory owners respond well to the haggling, eager to meet your challenges. Hexport, this industrial station. Factory row halls as you walk through its cramped passages. Whatever its many bays and rooms once were, they now serve as containers for an industry of every kind. Varying manufactories, precise engineering components with rapidly shifting arms, while scrappers hammer incessantly at bent shipboards. Everywhere you look, there is energy and activity, and for good reason. Hexport itself is built on the derelict fragments of a solar reflector. Oh! And even the small amount of energy generated by its remaining mirrors is enough to power a city of machines. Wow! Are we around the sun? This is familiar to you, of course. It's a strange, far-off way because of dark side. The place and your memories of it are a muddy haze. But it is hard to forget the glint of its hexagonal reflectors, 10 and 20 times more in number than Hexport, and that wild flickering city growing on their back like a torch. In comparison, Hexport feels provincial, but deep in factory row you could almost be back in Darkside. And then you see them, tubes just like those Seraphim had waved in your face, the feet lines. You push over to the display window of the unit marked Karsten Supply in block capitals cut from pulpwood. Wow. There amongst an angled shelf and oversized ship components sit the feed lines, like some large biomechanical tangle of snakes. You slip inside where the sound of factory row is a little screen and spot of a large figure working on a bench, hunched over and concentrating. It seems he doesn't notice you enter. Wait, patient. Hello? Karsten, an intimidating shipfitter. Very much so. He's almost purely human and buff out the ass in a zero-G gravity. Jesus, what are they feeding you? How tall are you? Are you a space marine? A sharp eye glints as the figure looks over their shoulder. Can I help you? His accent is heavy, but unknown. Oh, I should probably do the Russian accent or something like that. Nice place here. Those feed lines, how much? There's a sharp clink as Karsten places his tools on the component against the magnetic plate on the wall. He turns with surprising grace and begins cleaning his hands on a cloth. Those sharp eyes can scan you, but Karsten's thick-set features do not betray the results of his assessment. Custom built those for a client. No, that's not bad. I'm not gonna do voice acting. Oh, I am gonna do voice acting. I don't know. It's weird. I sometimes do well for movie. For a client that never collected. He looks at his hands while he speaks, checking for stray oil stains. You have one of the old MEVs then? He sounds out the letters in a way you don't recognize as he speaks. I should probably sound it like Mever. So I sound those letters but in a different language, so it would be like you have one of the old Moevas, then he sounds out the letters in a way you don't recognize as he speaks. You try to recall anything you know about your ship, but memories elude you. Perhaps Seraphim should have come along. I think so? Karsten squints a little. Right. Look. Karsten looks over to where you are standing, his imposing height evident. Also, he is a space marine. For a fellow enthusiast like you, he continues in a distinctive monotone, let's say a few hundred prior on clean jets. He shoots a glance at the feed lines. 400, let's say, to be precise. Can I do work for you, please, instead of that? I don't have 400. Karsten looks you up and down and sniffs. It's expensive, I know. It's a shame, but it's just what they are worth. He screws up his mouth a little. Something that might be a smile. I should probably do like a Eastern European accent, basically. I don't know how I can't do it properly because I am there. And I don't want to just talk like myself. However, I am more of the bartering type myself anyway. Can get barter sounds good. Casting on sagely. There is a little favor. I need a crew for, and well, you look like you might be a good fit. He tucks the cloth away in a pocket and clasps his hands. I know of an old Solheim wreck out there, real old, pre-collapse. It's tucked away in a dead zone, so no one has ever really cut it. He shrugs. Not only that, but Solheim derelicts have a habit of triggering nasty security methods when approached by an unfamiliar ship. So it's been left well alone. But a salvager like you, with an old Solheim rig, I bet it wouldn't even flinch if it saw you coming. He smiles. I have a special interest. I need for that old tech. All those Solheim ships had a data core, and while I don't care about accounting reports and material ledgers, or whatever they kept on the damn thing, I do care about the hardware. So, if I was to find you back here with that data core in your cargo hold, clean, cut and complete, well, then I could see my way to doing a straight barter for those few times. Carsten pauses, lifts up the air again. You just need the coordinates. Simple as that, please do. Why do you want it? Special interest. You wait for more, but his flat expression tells you it isn't coming. So, you interested? He glances back at his workbench. Because I'm a busy man. I'll do it. Alright then. And holds out a heavy hand for you to shake. As you automatically reach out, he grabs your forearm instead. Carsten pulls you closer, squeezing your arm. Let's keep this one between us, alright? He half smiles, his face huge and close. It's our deal. Before you can respond, he thumbs a little drive into your palm. Those coordinates. These coordinates. And then let's go of your arm with what you swear is a wink. You take a moment to gather yourself, and by the time you do, a whirring fills the air, Carsten having returned to his workbench. You turn and glide out of Carsten's supply with a growing mix of anxiety and excitement. In the pit of your stomach, a cacophony of factory roll in your ears. A contract. Seraphim might even be impressed. You look at the drive in your palm and smile. This could be a route out. You think of leaving this place behind, possession of an approved ship too. Suddenly, a small but firm hand falls on your back, and an equally small voice comes with it. Hey, wait up! Junie, executive data instructors. You turn in the passage to see a young woman, her hair waving from the rapid glide she clearly just came out of the catch. She steadies herself using your shoulder. Sorry. She smiles, a quick and flat smile. I wanted to catch you. I'm Junie. Her dark eyes sweep around nervously. You notice the portable terminal she has. Something data scalpers call a deck, in her backpack full of components and trailing wires. Do I know you? She pauses, confused at the question. No? She pauses again. Karsten, she starts, still catching her breath. He sent me to grab you. She smiles, that flat smile again. Wants me to come with you on that job. Her eyes shoot down to the drive in the palm of her hand. She smiles again. This is definitely a trick. She wants the data. Why didn't you tell me? She glances back towards Carsten. I guess he forgot. He does that sometimes. She looks sheepishly at you. He just grabbed me after you two were done talking, so Carsten always sending me on things like this. I guess he wants me to help you out. Keep an eye on things. She pauses. I can be pretty helpful. So she looks around the passage. Should I meet you at your ship? And you can tell me when you're ready to go? Sounds good. Okay, great. Her eyes light up. She notices she still has her hand on your shoulder and takes it off. Judy pushes off and waves. I'm looking forward to working with you. She calls back as an afterthought. What about the ship? Oh, I'll find it, she calls back, and then disappears down the passage. You watch her go, glad of the contract, but nervous too. Will Carson keep up this side of the party if you go there? This is all weird. New location discovered, you're available. I don't know about this, Sleeper. Seraphine looks nervously out the rig's windows as you finish explaining Carson's deal as well as Julie's offer to help. If this job was easy, Carson would have done it himself already. That means there's a catch. He frowns at the stars. There is definitely something going on with this tuning board. He shakes his head. She would be useful though, I think. I think it's a lucky break. Seraphine gives you a look. No such thing. He sighs. This is the belt. That means someone is getting ticked over in all this. We just have to make sure it isn't us. What if? Seraphine narrows his eyes. We could get the crier together to buy the feed lines. Why? Is that even possible? I found the contract board in exchange further in the station. He gestures towards Hexport. We take on a job that might get us most of the way towards buying those feed lines. Plus, even if we do want to take Carson's job, a bit of money to grow ourselves prepared wouldn't be a bad idea. Fill up on fuel, supplies, be ready for whatever comes. We have time? Probably not, but without cryo for fuel and supplies, we're not going anywhere. Sarah sighs. Just take a look at the contract board, see what you think. While you're at it, you might want to see if you can scare up some freelance crew too. Seraphine shrugs. Many hands, light work and all that. Or we stop messing around, we take Carson's job right now and get it done before he can think twice. Seraphine yawns. Seems like a whole set of bad options to me. Pretty much. Either way, I've still got work to do on the drive. Seraphine nods farewell, getting back to the engine. Let me know what you decide. For a moment you pause, letting the haze of plans and ideas settle into your mind. Suddenly you curl up, pain shooting along your spine. You grit your teeth, your muscles tuck tight. Your vision narrows as you squeeze your eyes shut. You feel like shit, as if some connection is broken. It's almost impossible to describe, but you're floating away from your body, and this person, dissolving. There's nothing familiar in the pain, nothing to hold on to. You grit your teeth. And then another shift comes, and you are back in your body, trembling against the metal wall of the passage. The pain slowly fades, becoming a pulsing throb and then a residual flicker. You flex in 0G, stretching out tension. There is a strange sensation and distance that persists beyond pain, this connection between your body and yourself, a flickering numbness that refuses to recede. You wonder if the reboot has done something to your body, or if this is some new sensation you will have to live with indefinitely. It strikes you that you know so little about the body that houses you. It could be moments away from collapse, or it might preserve the countless seconds like this. You try to shake off the feeling, pushing your hands against each other until they feel like they are yours again. Time is the only thing you need, and right now, it feels like it's enough fast. You head for the airlock. You have unlocked the contract, open map screen to view it. Oh yeah, that's the actual location there. Contracts are high-risk, high-reward jobs that you and your crew can take on. Contracts require preparation and care to succeed. You need to gather enough fuel to travel to the contract, gather as many supplies as you can afford to keep you and your crew going, look for opportunities to recruit crew, temporarily or permanently, to help you on a contract. Consider which crew to take carefully. They have different skills and stress resistances, and who you choose can affect the story. Because some might die, I guess. Once you're ready, you can select the contract from the map, and then your crew. See, this is gonna be so painful, like, I'm gonna cry so much. So we need 3 fuel, we have 2 supplies. This is Solheim HS-22, the Russian Hulk of a pre-collapsed ship. Requirement, extract data core, feed lines. Customers offering you a straight barter for the feed lines, you will need to bring the data core from the debtor. You will scrap all out these just complete board contract. Mine, Seraph invites you to get a contract from the board to help you for the escape. Finding one should be easy, completing one is a challenge. Alright, this is the main course of the game, let's say, or the main bite. Contract board. What do we have? Disable signal source. Conway signal. Hexport risky. Station management have located a Conway signal. They are concerned to see one so close, and are looking for someone to disable its source. Buy contract. Ooh, this opens contract for Hexport. Admission requires a fee to be paid to receive the contract. Okay. So I don't think we have anything to do with progressing anything. This is endurance, I can't do endurance. Hexport, this is just trade, which I need to buy fuel, lots of it. This is food. Swift scrap, again, I don't get anything here. The only thing I can do is maybe get the shift. What is this? This is new. Oh, deliver. Buy feed. So I have two options to actually do this, which is good. The only thing I can do, because I don't have good dice, is either hope to... Wait, what is the bet? Betting is not going to be good. No. Okay, let's do the engineering job. I think that's the only thing we can risk doing right now. Hope to get something, maybe scrap to sell. Okay, we got some cryo, positive output, that's good. Now I can start gathering fuel. So make purchase. Oh, I can fill the fuel. God damn it, I can fill it. Okay. Supplies are way more expensive. That's gonna be trouble to get supplies, but that's not too much. Let's get this. We have more. I'm gonna buy the contract because that's probably gonna be an easier one than the tutorial one. Buy contract. The things that we felt is probably glitches and pushes. That's gonna be what we unlock. So this takes 2 fuel and station management. Okay, I think I might just head over to that instead. 2 fuel is enough. Do I have enough for one? I have enough for one more supply. I'll grab one more supply just in case. It's best if I have more supplies than anything else. Alright, do we go to the rig or do we just... I mean, I wanna rest, to be honest. Oh, we don't have bite. Okay, also I can't go talk to the... How do I get the crew menu? Because I can see my own stats. I have 1 point available, but I can't buy anything. I can't source crew anywhere. So I might as well just risk it with this. And maybe if I... Wait, can I save this? I don't think I can. No. Maybe if I start it, I will be able to source crew then. Hopefully I don't need to pay them for now. So let's go to map and let's see how this works. Confirm vector, yes. This guy is not available. She is. How many can I take? Stress 3, stress a lot, skills is... Oh yeah, that's the skill. I need to learn the symbols, goddamn. Anyway, let's take her. She needs work. Maybe I can just pick up one. Let's see, I don't know. It's done. No, it's a drone. Seraphim spots the signal source first, the light barely shimmering off its dark hull plating, a design trait that betrays its covert use. A flash catches your attention. At least I got a bit better dice. And you see a rent in the hull, through which red lights pulse. Wounded. Interesting. Seraphim shakes his head. Wish they'd finished the job. You've seen one before? Seraphim looks back over his shoulder towards you. We've seen one before, don't you? He sighs. Sorry, I know it isn't your fault. He looks over at the drone. Lane had us work on one in Darkside Bay, though it was barely a shell, disarmed and deactivated. He had us searching through its guts for salvage. Even that one gave me the creeps. It had its core ripped out. He pushes the ship closer. This one is still alive. Conway, kisses Betty. Culprits come. You glance over at her and see the fire in her bright eyes. They don't even dare to come here and force us themselves. It's all proxies and drones. She shakes her head. Typical core-bred cowards. Not eaten them before? She glances at you. You might say that. She looks out at the drone. You won't see me taking my eyes off that thing for a second. Seraphim carefully glides the ship closer. You watch the drone. System is full of these things now, running missions for their operators. Dare to see one out in the belt, though. Maybe got hit during a run-in with Senate-style mercs. It looks like it's drifting. Most of the system's blown out, but not there. He jabs a finger towards the red light on the far side of the drone. It's still broadcasting, maybe even receiving. Can it attack us? Unlikely, Seraphim smiles. It would have blasted us away if it could. Comforting, the other looks nervous. Seraphim brings you even closer. What I remember from the dark side job is that the central core of the broadcast array needs to be shut off to kill these things. Core will turn off local systems, and the broadcast array will sever the link with the Conway operators, swallows. But you can bet those systems are protected. So today, let's Seraphim explain. Your attention is suddenly drawn by a shudder from the drone, like a tremor running along its length. This thing is rigged to blow, Sleeper, he frowns. We go slow and careful, and we don't touch anything we don't know about. He turns back to Mia. You hear that? Got you. She looks sincere. Seraphim brings the rig to a stop, close enough for you to cross through open space to reach the hull of the drone. Let's suit up. You head down the airlock to prepare. As you get suited up, you think of the corporate war taking place in lunar systems. The war that this drone was driven from. Out here on the shore of the conflict, the biggest danger is that this flotsam, jetsam, drifting with the tides and orbits of the system might, one cycle, bring the war with it. For now, the belt is outside of its reach. But looking out at the red pulsing drone that doesn't give out much comfort. Okay, crew dice, that's interesting. Welcome to your first contract. While on a contract, you will be able to assign 2 dice for each crew member as you would assign your own dice. Pay attention to the crew's skills to use them effectively. On a certain outcome, crew will take crew stress. When their stress is full, you will no longer be able to use them to perform actions. Fair enough. While on a contract, your energy bar will automatically be supplied for each cycle that you have available supplies. When your supplies are depleted, both you and your crew will take 1 stress per cycle. That's good. Contracts also have their own contract stress. When this bar is filled, the contract will fail. Good luck. Stress is probably when you fail stuff. Okay, your refugee belt, that's our main thing, so we're just floating around this place. We have hull damage, explode drone interior, drone stress, weak to blow. We can't fail. Intuition, identify a route. It might be possible to slip through the gap in the drone's damaged hull, but once inside, where to go? How to find the broadcast array? This is dangerous. I don't know what... I need legend for this to see. She has intuition, so I can put her in there. I can see the... yeah. While he has endurance and... I don't even know what the other one is. Yeah, he has endurance, so I can like lump him there to create an opening. He can complete it. Broadcast access. The drone's damage provides a lucky access point to the broadcast array, which will have to be disabled. Create an opening. There is a gap where the drone sustains some damage. With a lot of effort, it might be possible to pry away the plates and create entry. So this is great because he helps me out in the areas that I'm not good at, and I mean, I should probably move my camera, but I can see if I can move myself up. Look at that camera. I don't know how much that's going to cover the text later on the camera, but I'll move myself there. It probably covered the text. God, dumbass. Never mind, this has already been an hour and a half of me being an dumbass. This is cool. This is new crew stuff, all of this. This is everything. This is great. Let's check out the other one. What skills are required for this? Reprogram hatch. With the drone in such a reactive state, ready to fry itself in defense, perhaps reprogramming the hatch to open up to your crew is the best approach. Release the hatch. The drone is in a delicate state, and any damage could cause it to trigger itself destructive. Take skill to release the hatch. Okay, so these are like this engineering interface, which we have none besides me. Getting inside the drone requires care as much as force. Conway is highly protected with this. So this is like I have two options to get in, and I think I have more stats and more skills to do it here. So let's try and create an opening with this. Agreed, sleeper. Okay, to broadcast, positive. I mean, I'm still gonna, you know, end the cycle, so I need to focus on breaking through. There's a gap in the drone, sustain damage. Let's see what we can do. As the whole plating comes away, a lit tangle of twisted cables and piping is revealed, like the interior of some creature. Intuition, I have some intuition to give at least a neutral. +1 stress, okay. You gained some stress. As your stress increases, you will have a higher chance of taking damage to your action dice each time you roll. That's not good. But at least the ship didn't take any stress. And I got some. So danger is the one that gives me stress constantly when I do it. I'm gonna do her because I don't have like endurance. I have none of my guys have endurance, so that's gonna be oof. No way she failed. God damn it. What can help me reduce stress? Is this? No, the clock is ticking. There is no time to rest. You cannot recover stress while unconscious. God damn, that's bad. I can eat. You need supplies to feed the crew. Okay, yeah, so no, I can't eat. Just this. Thing is, the number 1 dice is too risky. Like, oh no, she both buffs it up to 50-50. That's just it. Oh no, this shows which crew member has the stat. So she has that. Both of us have that. She does. Ah, okay, that's the logic. I only have interface, but even interface is not that good. And I can do engineering. But there is still, because it's danger, I'm gonna get stressed out. That's not good. And I don't think I need to access both of these. I need to access just one. So let's end cycle and see how this goes. So, oh, I lose not the dice in order, I lose random dice. Okay, you have taken some damage to a dice because of stress. When your dice are rolled at the start of the cycle, the stress dictates if you take damage or not. Higher stress means higher chance of damage. Wow, they've changed it. You usually just lose dice in line. This is different. The white markers above the stress bar tell you which numbers will damage your dice. What? White markers above the stress bar tell you which numbers will damage your dice when rolled. I don't get it. Oh, white markers. Ah, okay. So, okay, now I get it, because this is the number 1 white marker, and it's gonna damage the dice that rolls a 1. So there's a chance if I don't roll a 1, I'm not gonna get damage on a dice. Oh my god, this is so even more stressful, because you can lose 1 on each, and oh Jesus, how do I heal that? Damage roll. So yeah, if you stress to the max, I'll get too many dice. Each dice has 3 dice health, and this is depleted dice will break and must be repaired to be used normally. The dice markers above the stress bar show the dice rolls will damage and the dice health. The layout of these dice depends on the difficulty. Interesting. Reducing stress. When at the hub, you can reduce stress at the rig bunks. Okay, so we need to focus on finishing this. At least we rolled decently this turn. so he has a chance of doing just well. Those dark hole plates give under pressure and opening starts to take shape. Yeah, this takes a lot of time to break through. I'm gonna have to risk this as well. It's risky, so he won't take stress. Fuck, he took stress. No, drone took stress. Okay, that's not good. She needs to do this right. Broadcast access, that's great. I can do intuition as well. Let's see what. Let's just make sure we open this up. Yeah, let's just make sure we open this bad boy up. Okay, so we are good on that. We just need one more. Let's risk it. Hopefully the drone won't blow up. Broadcast access, great. It's opening. Something has changed. It seems the yellow keyboard in this part of the broadcast system. Follow it, maybe the key. Okay, what's next? You hear a weeping immediately. Among the chambers and cabling of the drone's interior, something has started counting down. Guys? And Nia comes hissing through the suit's countdown. Does anyone else hear that? Because I'm getting nervous. Shit! Seraphine's voice joins her. This is what I was worried about. Are we screwed? Can't be sure. Seraphine has dropped his voice to a whisper, as if that might make a difference. Either this thing is about to send out a distress call, or it's about to blow. We've got to shut the system down fast. He pauses. Then we move on to the other side, because I bet you there's a surprise waiting for us there too. We good? Nia sounds tense. I'm heading back to the ship, or what? Seraphine cuts in. We're good. Keep going. He shuts off the channel. We take a moment in silence. Alright, time to deal with this fast, then go over the other side for some effects. Okay, so do we need to open this as well? Shit, we need to open this as well. Okay, drone death. Disable the core. Shut down the broadcast array. Once both are done, the convoy drone won't bother anyone anymore. Drone countermeasures. Something is steadily creeping at the core. You don't look fast, you are going to be in more trouble. Check broadcast. I didn't want to pass that. Great. Now that you're in the broadcast array of the drone, you'll need to shut it down fast. The simplest way is to put the entire system offline. Array disable. Disable the pro array will help the connection to convoy and keep it from collapsing. Okay, let's use all that we can. Oh boy, that's stress. That's not good. I failed. Damn it, what is that neutral result? Okay, array disabled. She doesn't have this. Yep. I see. She's not that kind of engineer. She doesn't have any of this. And I can go engineering, but that's just gonna be... let's risk it. Okay, that's not good. While on a contract, you can use your push ability to give you an edge in a tricky situation. Pushing requires one stress, but will give you a key advantage based on your chosen class. You can see your current push configuration and hold your mouse over the button. Your push can be upgraded and configured in the character screen, not in the contract. You have used all of your dice for this cycle. You need to end the cycle at your ship at the rate to restart and reload them. Focus stress. +1 to the lowest dice. Let's try that. I hope it stays. Yes. I might lose this out. I might actually fail, because if I have more drone stress, it's gonna blow. And 2 of the dice took damage. That's not good. And they are all like shit. Fuck. I am the only one who has the interface and everything else. Damn it. This is gonna blow in 3 turns. I need to figure this out good. I need to do this turn. That's good. Check the broadcast. Oh, it's unavailable. Oh, yeah, I need to get this part. If it gets stress, I'm dead. Okay, that's good actually. let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm stressing like balls, and if I try to use his, yeah, it's gonna go down a lot. He's not proficient in this. None of these guys are proficient in any of this. So they're just gonna have very low dice, very low chances of shooting all the whole shit that I cannot. What is explore? Oh, that's just that. That's an circle. Hopefully they'll get better dice next, and I won't lose some dice. I'm gonna lose 2 dice. I'm gonna lose 2 dice, and they roll like shit. Okay, I need to do this. Ways to do this. Problem is it's dangerous, and that's gonna rank up my stress. But when risky, I shouldn't be in danger there. Control axis. Control. Okay, let's try this again. The problem is now they have good dice, but I cannot use them. Okay, we got it. Maybe I can use them now, or at least try. What's next? Control system. Please tell me I can use someone. No, okay, yes, I can use her. Disconnect backup. In the code you see the drone is running on backup power. Disconnect that carefully and you'll be able to step on closer to full shutdown. Drone death or disable. Disabling the core will stop it from ever restarting and causing Hexport or the local feels more trouble. Let's work on this. Core disabled. Please one more. Please give me two results. Yes! Drone death, we've completed it. All set of connections is released, just one more to go. Disable the core, shut down the broadcast array. Once both are done, only drone will do anything. We've completed it. The thrumming, pulsing interior of the drone goes still for the first time since you boarded it. You look across at Seraphine and Nia and share a smile. You can exhale so loudly it can be heard over the suit's shared comm channel. The drone is dead. One less piece of convey shit to worry about, Nia grins. We killed it! Don't get too excited, Seraphine cuts in. It was looking pretty rough when we got here. You make your way back to the hole, the drone now faintly rolling in one direction. It stabilizes offline. Nia catches up with you as you collide towards the rig. We make a pretty good crew, Sleeper. We do. Nia grins widely. She punches you on the arm playfully. You reach the rig's airlock and take one last look at the dark hull of the drone. It catches the light as it rolls into vacuum. At some point in the near future, this drone will likely be smashed to pieces by one of the many asteroids in the belt. Spread across this place as twinkling dust. Thought pleases you. As does the thought of all the cryo Hexport now owes you. Time to go collect. Fuck yeah. The contract is complete. You can now leave via map. Thank God, this thing almost blew. I really don't like that it almost blew. You can now travel back to the hub. Once you leave, you will not be able to return. Yes. -5 stress during travel. Yes, thank you. I need to de-stress. That's good that it's allowing me to de-stress with in that way, so I don't need to worry about wasting stuff. After docking at Hexport, Seraphine lets go of the controls and leans back in his chair. He leans over to you. Thank you, Sleeper. She stretches. I know you took a chance on me. Glad to have you. He smiles an infectious smile. Feels good to make a contract work, Seraphine smiles. No matter how we pull it off. This is like cinematic. It's hard not to agree, and it feels better when the Hexport courier comes with a lockbox full of chits. Lane may still be hunting you, but this should help the effort to slip his net. Suddenly you hear a familiar voice. Nia! Femi glides into view, approaching you from the docks. He fixes you with a stare. What are you playing at, Sleeper? Back often. Nia wanted to come. You go to speak, but Nia drifts forward, cutting him off. Don't come throwing your weight around, Femi. I can make my own decisions. She glances back at you. Sleeper took me at my word, and I'm grateful. Femi is fuming. Did they now? He turns to you. Well, if you're looking for Sleeper, I hope they paid you well. Working for Sleeper. Nia looks away. Well, I asked, so... Fanny smiles. Oh, so they aren't paying you. Seraphim crosses his arms. Let's keep this civil. You realize this is the first time he is meeting family. If we are being civil, seems like the A's owed her fair share. Or her share. Femi fixes you with a severe look. Pania. You grab a third of the chits from the lockbox and hold them out to Mia. She takes them sheepishly. Alright then, Femi smiles. We're good here. He turns to leave. Mia mouths sorry and follows Femi across the docks. Seraphim watches them go. You sure know how to pick 'em, Sleeper. He shakes his head. He turns away and heads back along the docking bridge. I just hope we aren't going to end up 70 prior short when we need to get out of here. Hopefully. Minor drive complete. You just completed the drive and earned an upgrade point. We have push upgrades available. Go to the character scheme to learn to use them. Yes, we will. So, I can -1 stress on a focus die, positive outcome, or +1 to effective die. I think I'll get +1. Okay, let's see what do we have to do. Well, I think I need to recover somehow, but I won't lose anything until I get stressed out. I need more fuel, but it's just one. So it counts there and back as one, spending of fuel, which is good. Which means I don't really need to worry about fuel back. The problem is I don't have any scrap, I don't have anything there, and I don't have this. Is there anything in the contract port? Nothing. So we are basically shit out of luck unless we go there. It said we had 6 fuel and it was 4. Also, how did we lose supplies? We didn't lose any supplies. And we're gonna have to buy more supplies. I don't know how I lost supplies, but it's buy them. I wanna have full, I don't wanna get stressed and stuff like that. The fuel is fine. I'm full on energy. I don't know how to recover health. Let's see if I have something there. So, fight, blah blah blah. This is gambling. I can get some chits, which is fine. I can't click on them. There is. Can't use any there. Central supplies. Keys. Carry. Save contracts when food isn't ready available. Use that to survive. Does that heal me at all? I would like to repair dice. The rest. Okay, let's see if the guide says anything about that. Missed that. Cycle skill dice and skills. No rig, stress, and dice health. Blah blah blah. When you're hub, you can repair dice at the rig workshop located by using rare and scrap components. Okay, so I have no way to repair dice because we have the rig workshop, which sucks. Yes. Which means I might lose dice on my next job, and my next job is gonna be that. Oh boy. Well, it's a demo. Let's risk it. Let's go for the biscuit. Let's go. I forgot if I lose these dice if I fly, but I'm still gonna fly out and see what happens. She's unavailable, so I'll get him. This is basically tutorial levels. We're gonna be tutorializing a lot. Do the dice reset? I believe they did. Okay. That's a big ship. The Solheim derelict fills the cockpit windows, all twisted plates and skeletal strutwork. You watched in horror and fascination as Seraphim completed the approach, both of you silent in the presence of a decaying beast. Now, as you settle beside it, Seraphim is the first to break the silence. This thing is already dead. He shakes his head. It's a corpse, Sleeper. He nudges the ship closer, looking for a place to dock. I touch this thing too hard, it will crumble to dust. What were you expecting? I was expecting Seraphim squints as he adjusts the rig's thrust. A scrap contract, like you said, not a death trap. Take us up there. That's the bridge. Julie points towards the end of the ship, and both you and Seraphim turn around, having forgotten she was even in the cockpit. She hasn't said a word since you departed. She glances at both of you bemused faces. What? She looks away. Sorry, that's where we need to go. She stops pointing. Seraphim nods towards Junie. She's not wrong, Sleeper, and the bridge would be a good start. To the bridge then. Seraphim nods and brings the ship under control. Let's do it. Seraphim takes control of the ship, avoiding debris field closer to the center of the wreck. He settles in position near a protrusion at the far end. This is as far as I'll go. Seraphim taps and anchor controls. You should be able to anchor the ship with those plates. You hear Junie begin to protest from behind, but it is too late. Seraphim fires two Python-tipped anchors lines near solid hull plates. The Python slam into the plates, and despite their solid appearance, they instantly shatter, fragments spinning out across the wreck, slicing into the other plates and building a spiraling storm of debris. Shit! Seraphim nudges the ship back and steadies it as the debris cascades across the surface of the wreck. The damage seems mostly superficial, but it underlines just how fragile this derelict is. Let's not do that again. Junie glances between the two of you. The data core will be very fragile. We have to... We've got it, Seraphim snaps. He angrily unclips from his seat. Last thing I need is a backseat driver. Kicks off and glides past into the corridor. Sorry, Junie. No problem. She smiles a weak smile. We all want the same thing here, right? We'll work it out. You follow Seraphim down the passage, with Junie close behind. As you reach the airlock, he is already angrily suiting up, his frustration evident. Keep your cool. Seraphim looks up. Yeah, he glances at Junie. No hard feelings, right? He checks the seals on his shoulders. But this is a job, not a social event. The rest of the preparation process takes place in a tense silence, each of you considering the delicate job ahead. You suit up too, though you don't need a helmet to breathe. You slide one on and lock the seals for protection. This wreck isn't going to give up its salvage easily. The core shouldn't be near the bridge, maybe even inside, but there's a lot of wreck here, and there might be good salvage tucked away in the cargo hold. Once the suits are on and the seals are checked, you cycle the lock and stare out at the vast expanse of twisted hull before you. Time to go to work. Time to roll some good dice. Why didn't Shield roll any dice? What the fuck? Where are her dice? Where are her dice? I need the dice. Anyway, depressurized bay, cargo entry. Clear cargo hold doors. There are layers and layers of broken hull plates blocking the cargo doors. This will require some heavy work. Find access point. There has to be a way amongst the shuttered hull. Searching will be slow, but at least that remains stable. Something will happen in each of these stresses, which is fun. There are stress, still decaying ruin. Cargo entry. Getting the cargo means breaking through shattered remains of the aft hull. Lock this section. This will take longer, but cutting away the lock layer by layer is the safest way to make it through. Force the lock. Forget being delicate. The clock is running. The contract is forcing the lock past the weight wrench. I mean, I don't know who has it. He has it. He rolled shit. Why do I have to do all of this? Okay, so endurance is his job. He has a 50-50 chance to do something here, while everything else is my job. Let's do that page. I'm not engaged. Jesus, I don't want to do that. Can I move the dice without doing this, please? Why is the dice buggy? Okay, engineer. Let's get the best outcome here. Let's start dissecting. And because it's risky, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get stress, which is good. Doing good. What is this? That is the other one. The other one is endurance, which has shit, and my intuition, which is also shit. But it's still, at least it's a risky thing, so I shouldn't be tripping it. Maybe I'll get some more from him or from her in a moment. Let's try and risk this. Regen entry, okay. Neutral outcome. As long as it's neutral or positive, it's good. Regen. Okay, we're getting close. I could risk with the 2, which turns into a 3. Let's do it. Okay, awesome. I used all of my dice. His dice is pretty trash. I have 50% chance. No, I'm not gonna let you to work. You rolled shit. This is danger. I'm not gonna use that. And I didn't get any. I don't know if it's a bug or something, but I didn't get their dice. There's nothing else. Let's rest. That's the best thing we can do. I have nothing else. I need to unsign this. Okay, now we got dice to do. Things. He still sucks ass. And Junie can't do anything on this side. So let's open this up. I just need a positive result for this. I won't use a perfect dice. Okay, bridge entry. We opened it. The bridge of the direct lies silent. The pale beams of your suit lamps catch rows of terminals and clouds of glittering dust. Wires weave like seaweed, and the whole scene appears as if underwater. Chaotic, but still. Junie glides past you, disturbing the dust and taking you by surprise as she does. She has been a stoic presence so far, but in this moment she seems drawn forward by some force of curiosity. You watch as she bats away debris and begins checking terminals. What are you doing? Junie doesn't seem to hear you, or at least is ignoring you. She is already prying an access panel off one or more intact-looking terminals, and as she does, puffs of rust color and vacuum around her ready. Now, approach her. She turns back to the terminal and finishes prying off the plate, and quickly she reaches inside, fishing around for something. Her hand comes back out with a weaving cable topped with a thick connector. As soon as she sees it, she slips a keyboard-sized deck out from somewhere on the person. She runs her hand across the back until she finds the right port and slots in the connector. All of this happens in a few seconds. The routine practiced and precise, it is hard not to be impressed. Nicely done. Not your first Solheim ship. She glances at you, a nervous look on her face. Does she think you are accusing her of something? She shakes her head and goes back to her work. Junie's finger dances across the deck's keyboard, and a burst of static lights up the Solheim terminal screen. The sudden burst of light and color takes you by surprise. Junie's fingers tap away, the terminal screen flashing with blocks of color and lines of code. It buzzes and vibrates as its long-dead system is forced back into chaotic life. Then all at once it goes dark. Everyone is dead. Shit! Junie hisses breath beneath her breath. Useless! You cannot tell if the insult is directed at the terminal or herself. Find anything? She looks up at you as if she was just waking from a dream. No, she pauses. Nothing useful. She protectively slides her deck away. The cradle with the data core can't be far. She pushes off from the terminal, gliding away from you. I'll start looking. She calls back and heads to the other side of the bridge. Seraphim glides up beside you. Everything alright? What do you think of Junie? You kid? Seraphim shrugs. You'd know better than me. Keeps to herself. He squints at her retreating form. Seraphim stretches in his suit. I have to admit, it's nice to be back working, especially now that we are the ones who will reap the benefits. He clasps you on the shoulder. It feels good to be taking our fate into our own hands. I know it's pretty rough there back on Hexport, and out here we're just as likely to get shredded by debris as find damn data. But aren't you glad we made a break for it? He pauses and looks down, having asked the question almost by accident. I mean, I am. I just don't want to speak for you. I'm glad to. Seraphim smiles. You better be. I didn't give up that little dark side cupboard I was living in for nothing. He laughs at his own joke. Look, Seraphim checks his suit wrist sails. Once we've got a bit of space behind us, once we've got the distance, if we even manage to get that far, he furrows his brow, don't feel you owe me. No charity case. You want us to go our separate ways? Fine by me. He meets your eyes. Just do me the favor of telling me to my face. That won't happen. Seraphim notes, but doesn't respond. After a moment, he shines his torch out into the dark, checking the rows of terminals and across the bridge. You watch the glittering dust as it eddies in the beam. Let's get to it. You watch as he crosses the bridge, his torch probing the dark corners. You feel a chill run through your body as you imagine the people that once ran this ship, the Solheim crew, surely long dead. What was it like here before the collapse? And this system was the jewel in Solheim's crown. It's impossible to know. And that history is lost to you now. All you can do is pick what you can from the ruins. Let's poke around. Reboot the system. Rather than hunting old pathways, rebooting selected sections of the ship systems might reveal the data core's location. Track the pathways. One way to find the ship's data core is to systematically track old pathways through the derelict in hopes of finding one that connects to it. Well, I would use him if it wasn't dangerous and if he had better dice, and I'm definitely gonna use Junie for this because they increase the dice. Data location, and they need to work. We need to get them to work. Okay, that's good enough. I need to go in here because I'm the only one, unless he does something. But this is a risky job. Let's try and get something out of this. Gain entry. Let's see. Entry. What if we put one? It's 50-50. This is interfacing, so again it's 50-50. Let's check and open this. Maybe our endurance have some better things to do. If we get 2 results, that is good. Yes. New location discovered. We have access to cargo storage. And it's again me and Junie that have to do this. Countless vast bays extend from here, deep into the derelict. Scanning and mapping each will allow you to navigate them safely. If I put 1, I don't get anything. It's 50-50 chance, so let's rest. The problem is I have 4 turns to complete all this, which is not gonna do well if these guys don't roll good dice. Supplied no energy loss. That's good. I don't know how much energy I can use per turn. Okay, track the pathways. 50-50. Okay, let's try and do this. That's his only good dice. God damn it, he's stressed out. Oh, because it's danger. Alright, Junie, it's you need to work. You need to get the data core before anything else. Problem is I don't have good interfacing. I have good dice this turn actually. I have really good dice this turn. So the interface, let's try and see if we can get 2 and be done with this. With this. Because I have 2 6s and good. Ah, goddammit. Scrap survey? Oh, scrap survey is the task. I want to complete this fast, so I'm gonna use it in this. It's a risky job, so I don't get stressed out. Okay, I have 1 to complete that, and I have... What if I do this? No, I don't want to have a negative. I actually don't want to trigger any bad shit on this ship. But it's good that I bought 5 supplies. It's good that I buy supplies. This is the longest demo I've taken. Oh, god damn it! The dice! Jesus fuck! Okay, those are the worst dice I could possibly get. Okay, let's... If I put him on endurance, he's gonna finish, but he's gonna get... Yeah, let's risk him here. He's gonna get stressed, but that's alright. I don't really care about his stress that much. Okay, new location discovered. Data core location. We found it. I need Junie to get the data core, I guess. And myself. Okay, data core extraction. The core sits in a complex cradle made out of many connections. Getting out is a delicate act. Data core damage. Data core is barely intact. Any mistake, no matter how small, we are making an up. One way of getting out the fragile core out, but physical cut it free, slicing each connector individually. So if I put my dice there, it's gonna have decent amount to complete, and it's not a dangerous job. The core is fragile, but by rerouting data connections to it from its cradle, it will be better. Okay, let's go with this first. So any failure is gonna be damage to the core. I don't need Juni in other jobs. Juni is perfect for this. Okay, that's good. As I said, we'll risk it with this because I have engineer, so we're looking together risk it. Oh boy, let's go again. I'm not gonna risk a 2 dice. Okay, data core damage, that's fine. What can I do with this? Again, it's Juni and myself. How much do I need for data core extraction? I can complete it right now. Yeah, let's get that done. Let's just get this done. I don't care. I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna go to the cargo hold as well. You watch nervously as Juni guides the core out of the cradle. A large ball, almost half your height in diameter. It glides up to the framework that held it. Connections waving loose and cut. Her breathing comes through the suit's columns, loud enough to be picked up, and it fills you with tense energy as you watch. Over the course of this job, you have seen Juni both focused and distracted, nervous and precise, but you have not seen her any more confident than in this moment now. She floats beside the data core, handling it with care and skill as if it was the vast egg of some endangered bird. She glances up and sees you watching her, and you notice something unfamiliar in her eyes, something you have perhaps seen in a passing moment before. Only now it is no momentary lapse or change, it is set in place. You see determination. She guides the core a little away from you with one hand, and at the same time comes forward, almost placing herself between you and her prize. And it does seem to be hers, the way she handles it, the possessive way she screens it with her body. We need to talk. The statement comes flat and deadpan. Any nervous tremble gone. Right now. What are you doing? Sleeper. She takes a deep breath. I want to be honest with you, but I need to know you won't take this from me. Juni glances around the cradle defensively, but Seraphin is already heading back to the ship to prepare the cargo bay for the core storage. You two are alone. Warrior, I won't. Tell me and we'll see. Fine, she folds her arms, but it's staying with me. Karsten doesn't deserve this treasure, Sleeper. Juni glances over her shoulder at the core. Do you know how many of these are left intact? She shakes her head. And all he wants to do is wipe it clean so he can use it to interface with Hexport. All that data, gone. So what do you want? I want to extract the data to make use of it. You see some genuine emotion flicker in her eyes. She sighs. After extracting the data, the core will be unusable. There is a security system that will fry it if data duplication is attempted. I can delay the security response long enough to copy the data, but after that... You've done this before. She looks down. Yes, she meets your eye. This is why I came. Look at this place, Sleeper. She gestures to the cradle room. A dark and twisted cavern of long dead tech. How many of these places are left? How many chances do we have to recover anything this old, this fragile? Like it or not, this is a continuation. There's a missing... like it or not, we live in a Solheim shadow. They are ruins. And yet we know almost nothing. What chance do we have of understanding how we got here? And others like them, like Senetstat and Conway, descending on this system. What can we learn from the core? I don't know, Sleeper, that is the point. She gestures around herself. We could learn our history and how this system was settled. We could better learn the technology we built our lives on. We could uncover Solheim's crimes and seek to make amends. She looks at you with pleading eyes. You see beyond survival towards something else. You have never heard Johnny speak like this. And you realize that you have taken for what you have taken for nervousness was actually control. The person in front of you, defending a decaying data core with her life, is the real Johnny. Take it from Johnny. I have no goddamn engagement. But then you think of Lane, of the price he likely put on your and Seraphine's heads, and of the feed lines, without which leaving Hexport will be almost impossible. Is this even a choice? Explain about the feed lines. Johnny listens carefully as you tell her about the deal with Karsten and the feed lines he offered you, and that both you and Seraphine are on the run. Then I'll help you. Johnny doesn't flinch. We find another way to get those feed lines. Karsten is an idiot. I can hack his security and I can pull them out of there. Or Seraphine looks tough. Maybe he can grab them. She looks desperate. You can do it. You can do something. Don't you work for him? Johnny glances away. Look, I knew you wouldn't take me if... She sighs. I might have misled you there. I knew he knew where the derelict was, and I heard your conversation. I've been keeping an eye on him, she pauses. I know I lied, but I can help you. Let me strip the data from the core, and I promise to help you get the feed lines. She meets your eye with intensity, but it's a lot of information taken in all at once. You need a second to think. Let's do it. Thank you. Johnny looks genuinely moved. This is a gift to all of us, Sleeper. I hope you will see it like that. Johnny turns to the data core, quickly gathering one of its loose connections. She takes out her deck and plugs it in, then crosses her legs and places it across them, floating tethered beside the core. Oh, she's hacking right there and then. Her fingers begin tapping on the keyboard, teasing out data out of the core and whatever Solheim secrets it might contain. As she does, Seraphine enters. He braces himself in the entryway. What is she doing? Just doesn't seem to notice. Emptying the data. Destroying that core. I'll explain later. His eyes suspiciously. Hope you know what you're doing, Sleeper. He nods towards the core. Let's our ticket out of Hexport. Junie will help us. If you say so, and you both turn to watch Junie stripping the core of all of its secrets. A little while later, once the core has been emptied out and its defense mechanism has scorched its seams black, you watch the metallic sphere spinning gently in the room, and wonder if you have just made a terrible mistake. Contract failed. Okay, so that's a thing. It can actually fail. Okay. Well, I still have this place, and I can't even open it up, so I'm gonna waste another day to see if I can open it up. Dice, fuck, dice suck. Okay, I'm not gonna waste good dice. Oh, well, I'll waste one of the dice. Scrap survey. Alright, new location discovered. We need some scrap. Extract raw scrap. Deep inside the derrick there are masses of intact scrap. This is valuable material, but it's also what's holding the ship together. Okay, let's grab some. Derelict stress. The contract stress has triggered a crisis. Crisis will add one contract stress to cycle unless resolved. Crisis location. One crisis active, one per cycle. Derelict stress. I don't know what's that gonna do. I don't know what we thought, so fuck it. Let's just book it because this is what we're gonna do and get out. Derelict stress. His stress. Okay, so we've got nothing. 50-50. Raw scrap. Okay, raw scrap. I mean, it's gonna be 50-50, I don't care. Okay, that's not good. Ooh, that lowers me to 50-50. Okay, let's just do it and get out. Raw scrap, get out. Purge protocol, crisis. Oh. CAC protocol. The derelict security system has been jolted back into operation. It needs to be shut down. So that's the crisis. Oh, there's more crisis. Whole bridge. I need to seal it. and have fueling. We're just gonna book it and get the crap out of here because we completed this shit. Contract concluded. You can travel back. Yeah, 5 stress. Let's go. I'm leaving the ship to blow up. You're running out of time to escape lane. 5 seconds will arrive in Hexport. As you arrive to Hexport, Junie speaks up from the back of the cockpit. You're going to have to act fast if you want to take those feed lines. You and Seraphine exchange glances. You're both still getting used to this new Junie. We? We? Seraphine raised an eyebrow. Only one of us fried the core and stole all its data. He shoots to look at you. And for some reason, we'll let you. We can make this work. What I'm wondering, Sleeper, is why we have to. I don't think Karsten is going to take kindly to the idea that we brought someone pretending to work for him on the job and let her have his prize. He points to Junie as she is an object. Do you even know what she is up to? Junie looks between the two. Hexport hasn't exactly been kind to me. You two trusted me, even though I didn't deserve it. I'm not used to that. I want to repay it. Not to mention that Karsten is probably ripping you two off. Even if you get enough prior, what's to say he won't raise the price? Trust me, he's no good. I was trying to deal with Karsten to get those derelict coordinates from the moment I arrived here, and he ran me in circles. He shakes her head. Seraphine is watching her closely. Even if I do take you at your word, which given everything seems a little tough, how do we even do this? He raises an eyebrow. You're telling me we just walk in there and take the feed lines? Look, I get it. You don't trust me. She pauses. But what if I have a vested interest in this working out? Oh, she's gonna become a permanent crew. There is nothing for me here, and I don't much feel like hanging around waiting for Karsten to figure out my involvement in all this. I need safe passage. You need the feed lines to grant it. She allows herself a smile. See where I'm going with this? Seraphine don't like it, but makes sense. What do you think, Sleeper? I need a hacker. We all get something. I like it. Alright then, let me prepare. I'll head to the factory row and scope the place out. Meet me there and we can work out the plan. She glances between the two. Trust me, we can find a way. We'll keep it simple, clean. Still seems risky. Let's get to it. Simple is good. Agreed. Seraphine cuts in. Dark look and Tracy's concerns. I'll go scope out the bay we need in factory row. We should split up, less likely to Karsten to suspect us. Meet me there in a few and I'll finish setting up. Junie unclips from her seat, floating up. I want to show you I can be trusted, that we can do this. She looks between the two of you. Believe that, please. And with that she slips away to the passage towards the airlock and Hexport beyond. You look at Seraphine. I'm saying nothing, Sleeper. He unclips from his seat too. Either this is the kind of mess you have to go through to get out to the other side, or it's the kind that you never escape. Either way, we are in it now. Stare at the chaotic lights of Hexport and wonder if anything in this Starward belt ever runs smooth. Nothing ever runs smooth. Jesus. Wait, don't tell me this is the end of the demo. No! I was just getting to the good part! God damn it! We were about to finish this. I played this for over 2 hours. Fuck! A deep narrative RPG. I don't like that I don't get access to one of these skills. That's gonna be a problem later on. But, you know, the crew will help out, I guess. Ship crew a contract. Coming early 2024. Also, I wish I had more dice for the crew. 2 dice is too low. I need more dice. This is the end of the demo. We hope you enjoyed playing Starward. The game will be available early 2025 wishlist now. I want the game, I want to play it, but at least it's coming 2025. Hopefully I'll have proper sorted out the channel and everything then and finished the DLC by then so I can play it. Anyway, this was great. The new mechanics are interesting. I don't know half of them. They've changed a lot of stuff. The low, losing of the dice. You can lose pretty much 3 dice at a turn with the stress if you roll poorly, which is terrifying. I'm gonna play it, but at one point, if I start dying, I'm gonna have to re-roll to the lower. I don't know what happens if you die. Like, do you just restart the checkpoint? Do you lose out something? I don't know. This is gonna be a very interesting game. I can't wait to play it. They've done great upgrades, and yeah. Thank you guys for sticking around. Do the like, subscribe, comment, dance. There is Patreon for support. Check out this madness live on Twitch /ByPenAndPaper or on YouTube at ByPenAndPaper. We are on Steam Next Fest Madness. Let's see how many demos I can roll out, because this was almost 2.5 hours. This is a lot. Anyway, this was still awesome. And as you know, as always, it's the stories that we play. See ya.